Welcome to the Riffview for Super Smash Brothers Melee. To be played inside this psychedelic circus tent. Good God in heaven, there has never been more of a milker of my time, energy, and mental effort than Super Smash Bros. Melee. It is a testament that this game survives to this day on the tournament scene because, in my opinion, it is the best Super Smash Bros. Game, still. And that's mostly thanks to the speed and accuracy of play. This is like Survivor, kinda. Except that the winner gets an airlift off this terrible Apple Island. In a lot of ways, this is the truest sequel to the series, because there weren't gimmicks, there wasn't tripping, there wasn't a smash ball, there was nothing but faster, tighter, and more varied combat possibilities. Mewtwo uses Kung Fu backflip. Fox is confused and may not attack. In some other ways, this is also the most tiered game in the entire series, because really, if you are not using very specialized movesets with characters like Ice Climber, Bowser, I've seen one or two decent Jigglypuff users, it's really just a Fox and Sheik show, which works out for me because I'm a Fox user, but for those that don't want to be assimilated, terrific, just amazing dissection in the animations and the movesets and how you can very nearly break them with wave dashing, with the exploitation of the hitboxes, and the use of weaker attacks to create huge damage explosions if you can chain them together and, again, cut out animations. Nintendo, while certainly not intending this in the original go-through, has created this almost malleable fighter that has stayed alive because so many people can do so much with it. For being as inaccessible as it was originally, this is one of the most accessible fighters for those that are into EVO and that upper tier play. And for those that aren't, it's fine. There are adjustable CPU levels as well as a huge array of rule changes that you can apply to any match. Even if the CPU can be a little formulaic from time to time, especially if you get obsessed with it like me. What the hell happened? Oh Jesus, did that plumber take my kidney? Melee doesn't carry an overwhelming number of modes. You really have 3 single-player modes that are pretty deep for what they are. They're Classic, which is the exact same run-through as the first game, just with some added stages and some wild cards in there. There's All-Star, which you eventually unlock after beating the fairly difficult event matches, wherein you just face down all the characters one at a time, 2 at a time, or 3 against 1, which again has difficulty sliders and hearts between to lessen the difficulty blow if it's really a challenge for you. And then you have Adventure Mode, which is this weird mishmash of all of the games and all of the series put together. That is actually one of my favorite modes in any Super Smash Bros. Game. It's raining Yoshis! Hallelujah! It's raining Yoshis! Amen! It's just really dumb fun to see Kirby running through Mario's, I don't know, gauntlet, I guess you'd call it, and then beating him up in Peach, or Fox taking out a whole bunch of Kirbys that all have their different hats on from eating all the souls of the other characters. It's just a new side of the novelty of seeing all these characters together that still works, and it still feels fresh, because the closest the series has come since then is with Subspace Emissary, and I think Nintendo went a little too complicated with that, to where they made it a story and boss fights. It's like, no, simple is the way to go with this kind of pure joy. Hey you, what are you doing in my kingdom? As far as extras, like I said, there's Event Mode, which has 51 events with a killer last one, followed by home run contests, endless melees, and different melee modes. And then you have kind of the last gasp of the target time tests for the characters, which they're nice looking back on. My favorite out of that bunch is the home run contest, because it's simple, drop in, do some stupid destruction to the sandbag, see how far it flies. Because Aspen's and all of this gives you coins for the trophies and the, I forget what kind of toy capsule game it's called in Japan, but it has that mechanic. This is it. 10 out of 10, especially since I'm pretty good at it. Thank you for listening and watching. I'll see you next time, and in the next Melee!